here with a new episode of my little voice notes. And this time I'm excited to talk about how to manifest a wildly abundant business in 2023. So, what do I mean by abundance? It's not just the money you bring into your business, the profits, it's so much more than that. You know, you have an access to abundance of inspiration, an abundance of creativity, an abundance of collaborations and meeting the right people at the right time, meeting helpful people, mentors, clients, all of these things. So define abundance in whichever way it suits you for your business. And let's dive into it. I have a 3-step process that I use for myself in my business that I've been using for a while, that I'll be sharing here, and you're free to take what resonates or to add steps as you see fit for your own business. Step 1 for me, and of course, it's nothing new. There's always this energy of leaving the past behind once we get to the end of a year. So for me, while I journal every day, I really make space and time to sit and journal about the entire year at the end of this year. So I will go through all the good things that happened and that I'm hugely grateful for. I will go through all the terrible things that happened and still try and figure out, did I learn something from this? Did I grow from this? Can I see it differently now? Or how did I grow through this? How did this serve me in the end? Or maybe if it didn't, come and find a peace with it. So I go through things like, who do I need to forgive? Is there anybody I still need to forgive? Do I need to forgive myself for something? And I go through all the limiting beliefs and fears that I felt have been preventing me from stepping up in my business. And because I journal every single day, I know who those thoughts are. So I will just list them all, all the thoughts that came up during the year that were preventing me from playing bigger. And I will talk to those fears as if they were a friend or like a guest in my home, and I will ask them, like, what is your purpose? What are you here to teach me? And if you imagine every single fear as a character, as a person, it's quite funny, because let's say you have a fear of visibility, right? Because maybe you're introverted, you don't want to be all over social media. Maybe you're even in the spiritual closet, not daring to speak about your gifts, your healing, your whatever it is that you serve out there. And so if you imagine that fear of visibility as a person, have fun with it. Like, imagine, what would this person look like? How would they enter this space to talk to you? And let them speak. Let this person speak and share what it has to share. And as you listen to that and you acknowledge the fear for what it is, you can speak your mind as well and say, well, thank you for all of that. I highly appreciate you showing up and sharing about all of this. However, I'm not taking you with me into the new year. However, I do acknowledge you. I know you have a message. And as you have this conversation, you will notice that the fear might become smaller and more insignificant, and you won't put it into this big space where it just controls your entire mind or causes the huge amount of anxiety that it did. So this is an exercise I truly love. I go through each fear, and I also try and eliminate any emotions that I didn't have time to really sit with them, even though I'm quite good by now with really allowing myself to feel emotions as and when they arise. I have enough of time scheduled for that in my me time, in my journaling sessions. But just in case, I will always check, are there any emotions that haven't been truly felt, that are somehow stuck in my energetic system? And that's easy to do either through journaling. You will feel it as you write if there's any emotions that are coming up, or through a quick body scan. When you close your eyes, you just scan your body and you ask yourself, is there any part in my energetic system or within my body where any emotion is stuck? And you might have that as a download. You might have suddenly an inner knowing that, for example, I feel something in my lungs, or maybe there's something in my liver, or something, at the base of my spine, in my root chakra, there seems to be something. Or you're more of a visual person and you see a dark shadows somewhere. So just have fun with this one as well. Scan your body, for these emotions, and then imagine yourself pulling them out, letting them out of your body, pulling them out. You can throw them away. One visualization I do is putting them into a violet flame. So I visualize a violet flame and I transmute them into this flame. And this already makes me feel a lot better by the end of the year. So this process is amazing. And then I look at old parts of myself in general that I'm ready to let go of. It might be negative patterns that keep popping up sometimes that I think, oh, haven't I dealt with this yet? And yes, we have, right? Many times, but there's always new layers to it, new information that comes for us to look at. And so I check for those because I don't want to take any old patterns into the new year. I also think about people and situations that I might have outgrown, or, as a business owner, sometimes we change our business model. I have lots of clients who maybe, change their whole niche, and then they're not aligned anymore with the old people they were serving. And so whatever it is in your business that you do not want to take into the new year, that you've outgrown or that just doesn't feel aligned anymore, maybe it's just about detachment, right? Maybe there will be people in your life or in your business, you have to have them around, but it's more about detaching yourself somewhat. So journal about all of that. And also what's hugely important for me when I tap into a new year is to have decluttered physically, be it my home, my office space, also my wallet, my phone, in terms of the contacts, old contacts that are no longer active, or my notes, my pictures, my desktop, all of it. I will go and declutter. So that's all part of my step 1, releasing the past to make space for the new. That's huge. Now, step 2, I access my higher self and I ask for guidance. I ask for messages, I ask for inspiration and ideas, because my higher self and I are best friends by now, and I hugely trust her input. And again, I do this in form of a meditation where I am in my imaginary sacred chamber and I invite her in and I have a huge discussion all around questions that I already put down, so I know what I want to ask. And so I have this conversation and she either shows me things visually, or it's like a download of information that seems like it's my own thoughts. Well, it is, because my higher self is part of me, but I get this whole download of ideas, messages. And after this meditation, I will sit down, make sure I write it all down so I don't forget. And part 3 is I book in the time that I have to spend on my business. So because there's so much more than the client work that I do, I have what I call CEO months. So that's at the end of each month, I review the previous month. How did it go with all the metrics, financials, visibility on social media, all the things, but also feeling-wise, emotion-wise, what was going on, what was difficult, what went good, right? So I can readjust for the new month. And then I plan for the month ahead. And that I do by setting an intention. What is it that I want to experience in that month? What is the strategy? What pieces of content should I create? All of these things I will go through. And then I block that each month so I know it's coming. And same for every week. Every single week I have a weekly CEO meeting with myself where again I sit down, I plan the week ahead, and I really enjoy those moments where I'm sitting and just strategizing and journaling and mapping it all out, planning it and really blocking it on my calendar. It's like a non-negotiable. I will not schedule in clients in those moments because those things are hugely important. I also make sure that I work with my biorhythm. So if I know, for example, my highly creative moments are in the morning, where all the inspiration hits, where I like to create content, be it blogs, be it content for social media, be it newsletters, be it a book. That's all in the mornings for me, because in the afternoons it's more different energy for me. So I know I have clients, they are night owls, they are hugely inspired in the evenings, so that's their biorhythm. So it's always important to know the biorhythm and to make it work for you. So yes, I book my whole calendar. I know when I'm working on my business. I know when I see clients. It's all working in the way that, my rhythm can deal with it. Voila, that's my 3-step process. Now, if you're still listening, I have created a freebie that consists of a journal. And with this journal comes a meditation that helps you to access your higher self and to ask her all these questions. And so in the journal, you have the journaling prompts, you have the meditation, and you can sit down, do the meditation journal. It shouldn't take longer than an hour. And there's also the step 1 process of leaving a bit of the past behind. The step 2 process is the meditation. And the step 3 process, that's of course something you have to do by yourself to see what is your intention, how do you block your calendar, and to set it all up. And wherever you're listening to this little voice note, there will be a link. If it's on Instagram, it will be in my bio, somewhere in the comments, or if it's on YouTube, it's below the video. If it's in my blog, it will be linked there as well. So look out for the link, and you can download your freebie, and whenever you want to make your end of year meditation and your little ritual, you have this freebie for yourself. So have a beautiful day and a beautiful rest of the year, I guess. Some people are slowing down in their businesses. Some are actually speeding up. I was co-working with a lady. She said, my business always takes off during winter time, and it's more in the summer that I slow down. So wherever you're at with your business, I wish you all the best, all the abundance in all the ways you wish for yourself. And voila, goodbye.